of these people look Greek. So we can start with that. So I'm not super bothered by, Travis Scott playing the bard. It didn't really take me out of the story in any significant way. Okay, so maybe the bard is just a traveler from Northern Africa in this particular version. I'm not gonna go crazy over that. It doesn't change the story in a fundamental way. I feel the same thing about Lupita Nyong'o. So I know a lot of people were like, oh my God, Lupita Nyong'o is supposed to look like Diane Kruger. I don't know, Diane Kruger doesn't look very Greek. She's German. So Lupita Nyong'o is a beautiful woman, but here's the thing. Actually, in the script, Nolan goes out of his way to explain that the war wasn't really launched over Helen being gorgeous. There's a line where he actually has Odysseus explain to Penelope the reason the war is being launched is that Helen is a pretext. Helen is an excuse. Actually, Troy just exists on the trade routes, and Agamemnon and Menelaus want to seize control of the trade routes. The Greeks want control of that trade route, and they're going to use the abduction or flight of Helen as the excuse for the battle. So it's not really about Lupita Nyong'o being like extraordinarily beautiful as much as it is an excuse for why they did this thing in the first place. And by the way, I think that's also why Nolan is trying to underscore that by having Helen and Clytemnestra actually be twins. The goal there is to say her beauty is not unique, it was a pretext. So he actually solves the problem that people were complaining about. Again, I'm not sure it was a huge problem to begin with, but okay. So Travis Scott didn't bother me, Lupita Nyong'o didn't bother me. How about Zendaya? Okay, third casting thing that people were upset about was Zendaya as Athena. This is actually in the script. Nolan does something super clever here. I actually really love what he does with Zendaya as Athena here. Why? Why does Matt Damon, again, the idea is that the gods appear to Matt Damon as he sees them. And not that objectively speaking, Athena looks like Zendaya. Why does that happen? Okay, so there's a flashback near the end of the film where he is flashing back to the sack of Troy, and they're slaughtering everyone. Right? He says it's 10 years of rage and anger being taken out on the population, and it's a slaughter. I mean, they're killing men, they're killing women, they're killing children, all of it. He watches as soldiers, as Greek soldiers, take Zendaya, who's a